Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Silent Hill 3. Where we last left off, we'd just gotten out of the Hilltop Center, where we met a strange man named Vincent who seemed to have known a lot about what was going on. Although we are completely clueless as to what is going on. We don't have a clue what is going on. And when we went out of the Hilltop Center, we actually returned home, where we can't actually view a map, but we are now in our apartments. This is not my place. Why should I leave the apartment? Let's take a look at the mail, shall we? As Heather just clips right through it. The mailbox is empty. Heather just kind of clipped right through it. Let's see, there we go. Okay. So we're actually returning home now. This is our apartment right here. But before we do that, to have some suspense, let's just go down here and see what's down here, shall we? I don't know whose stuff this is, but I think I'll leave it alone. None of it is really can help me out right now. Wow, that's some grammar there you got, Heather. All right, well, I think it's finally time to enter our apartments.
Oh. Dad, I'm home. Listen, something really crazy's going on. I think we should... Dad? Dad? No! Did you do this?
You're late.
But why? Why?
Revenge for 17 years ago, for one thing. If not for him, our dream would have come true. And then he took you away from us.
I'll get you for this!
There is another reason. To fill your heart with hatred. It must be this way. One day you'll understand why.
No, I'll never understand!
You must try to remember me, and your true self as well. You will birth a god, and build an eternal paradise. He's the one who killed your father. I merely gave the order. So, what will you do? I'll be waiting where all begins. In the town of Silent Hill.
Alright, just like that, we're in this fight here. But first, I want to talk a little bit about some things here. So, the scene there that we just saw, Heather returns home and her father is dead. Now, I am playing the widescreen mod of this, and it did show a bit more than it does if you're playing the PlayStation 2 version. Normally it wouldn't show his head. I think there is a setting to crop that out or something. I don't know. But we got to see a bit more there, because normally you cannot see his head at all in that cutscene. Okay, so I was honestly quite surprised, because I didn't know it was going to be like that, because there is a setting for that, I'm pretty sure. But we return home, we see her father dead, killed by this monster that we're about to fight called the Missionary. And when we were speaking with Claudia, she was referencing events from the very first game, from 17 years ago, where Harry Mason came to Silent Hill. I'm not going to spoil the whole game for you there, but yeah, it was a lot of activity that had happened in Silent Hill, and they were going to use Harry Mason's daughter for, well, again, I'm not going to reveal too much, but Claudia is definitely alluding to the fact that it's something else going on there, that we don't really know the full story unless you played the first game, which I actually have not played the first game, but I do know a bit of the story. So we definitely know for sure, if you have played those early ones, who this character is now. This is definitely Harry Mason's daughter, who was a child in the first game, and he was going to Silent Hill to rescue and find. But why does Claudia still want Heather here? What is the purpose? This boss right here, he will block a lot of stuff. This guy is a bit tricky to actually fight. I don't even know what the best weapon would be against this guy. I'm gonna try a sword. Although I always have a hard time with this guy, because he always dodges so many things that I try to do. Oh, okay, I definitely saw that coming. I was about to avoid that. Yeah, that's a very tough attack that he just did to me. I think we can also we might be able to also use a shotgun on him as well. Let's give the shotgun a try. I know, he also blocks that as well. Gonna have to get him at a really good angle. I think when he's trying to charge up. Yeah, you can definitely get him when he's trying to do that powerful attack. Okay, let's check our health. Yeah, this guy is always a big pain when it comes to the health department. Okay. I think I actually like my katana better. Okay, need to check my health again. My gosh, this guy. Okay. We definitely need a restock of supplies after this boss. Okay. Okay, I got some nice hits on him there. Nice. It's making me use all my supplies, and I'm not liking that. Okay. Let me try. No, I guess that's okay. Let me try the gun again. Okay. Gosh darn it. Okay. Hopefully this is it. I think that was it.
I don't know what to say.
Then don't say anything. I'm fine, so just get out of here and leave me alone already!
Calm down.
Calm down? How am I supposed to do that? My father is dead! He's murdered! Get out! This is all your fault! If it weren't for you,
I'm sorry.
then go!
If it'll make you feel better, I will. Is he okay like this?
What else can I do? There's no one here to give him a decent burial. I'm sorry, Dad.
What do you do now?
I'm going to Silent Hill.
What's in Silent Hill?
I don't know.
Do you think it's safe?
Of course it isn't. I don't know what kind of hell is waiting for me there, but I've got no other choice. I don't care about God or paradise. If that's what she believes, then fine. But she won't get away with what she did. When I find her, I'll kill her myself.
Revenge doesn't solve anything.
Maybe not, but that's what I'm going to do.
How are you gonna get there?
None of your business.
I'll give you a ride.
I don't need your help.
Yeah, but it's too far to walk. Besides, I'm partly responsible for this. I'll bring the car around back. Come by when you finish saying goodbye.
You know, you might die too.
That's fine. Nobody's gonna cry over my grave.
All right. I'll find that woman and make her pay. I promise I will. I wonder if my dad will be mad at me for thinking that way. There's some nice flowers with them, though. Something else I could have done during that fight that I just remembered is I could block. I totally forgot about that. I don't normally block, so I gotta remember that. Because I used a lot of my supplies. Let's reload these. There we go. Well, I still have 6. Okay, 6, 2, and 2. There's nothing odd about the TV or the VCR, really? Back. Who do you know who still has a VCR, I wonder? Those were the thing back in the day. Dad's bookshelf, there's nothing useful about it. Well, goodbye, Dad. We're off to Silent Hill to seek revenge. This is a closet. Nothing to do here. This is where he died, right here. Dad, why did you have to die? You told me you were the strongest man in the world. Liar. There's no need to go back on the roof. That monster is dead now. Besides, Douglas is waiting outside. So much dialogue. It's just a regular TV. There's nothing different about it. We got here, we got a stun gun and stun gun batteries. So this is the dresser. I don't need to change. I'll leave it alone. So this is actually a new weapon that we have here. The stun gun. High voltage to zap the bad guys. It has to touch them though. So it's very short range. My worrywart dad gave this to me just in case. So yeah, we will have to try that out when we see another enemy, but it's really not all that useful to be honest. We can just explore the house. There's nothing to look at, nothing to examine really. I don't remember exactly when, but I think I got this doll at a garage sale. I still like it, but there's nothing I can do with it right now. I'm exhausted, but I don't think I can sleep now. Besides, Douglas should be waiting for me outside. Yeah, imagine if Heather just took a nap right now. She just decided, I'm just going to bed for the night, Douglas. You can just wait out in the car. What do we have here? Look at that third photo of like that nun person. She's got a huge chin. Do you see that? I think it's massive. Alright, well, I guess we're heading out now. Take a look. There we go. Anything on the table here for us to look at? Wait, what was that, Heather? Just his usual detective novels. My dad loved them. Very small kitchen, but that's kind of what you expect in an apartment. I'm not hungry at all. Who could eat something in a situation like this? Well, Heather, you gotta eat something. You don't want to starve before you seek your revenge. But I guess we are done here now. Time to go out and meet Douglas. Alright, head out.
I just met some guy named Vincent.
Vincent?
He's a friend of yours, right?
I'm not sure.
He said when we get to Silent Hill to look for a guy named Leonard. And he gave me this map. What do you want to do?
We can't trust him, but we've got no other choice.
Here, take this too.
What's this?
Your father was holding it. Started raining. Are you sleeping?
I'm awake.
You cold? What's the deal with Silent Hill anyway? It used to be a nice, quiet little town. But now...
You've been there?
Once. On a missing persons case. Never did find him. But I'll tell you, that's one screwed up town. My line of work, you hear a lot of nasty rumors.
I was born and raised there.
Sorry. Didn't mean to offend you.
No offense taken.
Anyway, I thought you grew up in Portland. What's wrong? Feeling sick?
My head's pounding like the worst hangover ever.
Maybe you're car sick.
No. I'm just trying to remember. My childhood. Something terrible happened in Silent Hill 17 years ago. A woman named Dahlia. She tried to summon the ancient god of the town. She offered up her very own daughter.
That's crazy.
Maybe so, but it worked. The girl gave birth to a god. You see, that girl had special powers.
Powers?
Her classmates called her a witch. She could make things happen with her mind. She could kill people just by wishing for it. But in the end, that god was killed by a single person. My father, Harry Mason. I guess it wasn't much of a god if it could be killed by a human being. But I think Claudia's trying to do the same thing again. And I've been chosen as the sacrifice.
You've got some kind of power in you too?
After the god was killed, the girl reappeared. She was holding a baby in her arms. Before she died, she gave the baby to my father. He loved me just like I was his very own daughter. Even though he didn't know who or what I was. It was so sudden. I never had a chance to tell you how happy you made me.
I'm gonna head for that Leonard guy's house. You check out the hospital. You got the map, right?
Yeah,
You gonna be okay alone?
I'm not a child, you know. Are you sure it's not you who's afraid to be alone?
You're right. I am afraid. I'm 50-something years old. I ain't never seen nothing like this. I still feel like I'm dreaming.
More like a nightmare, I'd say.
Yeah. I want to wake up and have a smoke already. Meet me back here when you're finished looking around the hospital. Okay?
Roger.
Alright, we just got a lot of backstory there that Heather has just remembered. We did not know that story up to this point. We found out that a woman named Dahlia Gillespie, which sacrificed her own daughter to summon a god. And this child, well, this god that was brought about, was killed by another human being. I believe it was Harry Mason himself. So then, from there, the baby that was born from that was Heather. And was given to Harry. So Harry is essentially raising that baby that was born from there. So it is quite a twisted tale there. To know those sorts of things. And that's the bathroom. I don't need to use it right now. Of course you don't. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on that we just now realized. Puts a whole new perspective on what Claudia is trying to do, even. Claudia is essentially doing exactly what Dahlia did 17 years ago, but using Heather. Because she knows that Heather has that power that the other child did. I don't know what the other child's name is just yet. I'm not going to spoil the names, but yes. Let's take a good look at Heather here. I guess it's the only way to take a good look at her. Alright. I guess go ahead and save. That's got to be a coincidence. But still, that's pretty weird. Who could have done this? Motel. So we are actually officially in Silent Hill now. We are actually in Silent Hill. We do have a map. This is actually an area that you visit in Silent Hill 2. Yeah, all up in here. Silent Hill Historic Society, boat launch. A lot of this area, I don't think mostly over here you don't visit too much, but this area you do. The place that we're heading towards, Brookhaven Hospital, is exactly the place that you explore in Silent Hill 2. So, for anyone who's a fan of Silent Hill 2, this place will certainly look familiar if you've never seen this game. Rosewater Park. Okay, so really our exploration in Silent Hill 3 is quite limited. In Silent Hill 2, you spend most of the game, and actually in Silent Hill 1 and 2, you spend the whole game in this town. But this one, it's only about half of it. So I'm actually going to I'm going to unequip the vest so I can run faster. Because we have a far walk ahead of us. What we have to do actually is just find our way out of here, and it's so hard to see. There we go. So if we try to go any other way, I don't think it'll allow us to do it. Let's just go ahead and see what happens. Hopefully the game doesn't lag too much here. I see a little bit of stuttering. It seems to be having a little hard time. I don't need to go there. That's the wrong place to be. Okay. So yeah, unfortunately you can't explore everywhere. You pretty much have to go to Brookhaven Hospital. But there is a bit of a detour we'll be taking first. We'll be taking a look at something also from Silent Hill 2. Yeah, a little bit of stuttering there. It's just crazy because, you know, this is a very powerful computer that I have here. Oh, and we do have enemies, so I'm just going to avoid them. But I guess it's just... Oh gosh, he's chasing me. He's chasing me. There you go. Okay. But yeah, even though this game is pretty light on the GPU, it still causes some issues from time and time again. Just going to try to avoid all these enemies as I can. I'd rather not mess with them. Now I've actually never played Silent Hill 2. I may just play that next year for Halloween night. So where we're actually taking a detour first is Heaven's Night, which is a location in Silent Hill 2. You can actually come to it in Silent Hill 3. Let's go ahead and check it out, shall we? Here it is. Heaven's Night. Kiss. Alright, and there is stuff for us here. Shotgun shells. We definitely need a supply. We need to restock our supply. It's a tourism pamphlet. I had forgotten it, but it's true. Silent Hill was originally a resort town. Welcome to Silent Hill. Silent Hill, a quiet little lakeside resort town. We're happy to have you. Take some time out of your busy schedules and enjoy a nice restful vacation here. Row after row of quaint old houses, a gorgeous mountain landscape, and a lake which shows different sides of its beauty with the passing of the day, from sunrise to late afternoons to sunset. Silent Hill will move you and fill you with a feeling of deep peace. I hope your time here will be pleasant and your memories will last forever. Editor, Roger Widmark. So yes, our memories will certainly last forever here because it is quite scary in this town. Anything else here we can pick up? Yes, we definitely want that beef jerky. Okay, I think that's all that there really is here. Yep. Unless Heather wants to get up on that pole, but I don't think she does. What does it say? Butter cake? It says butter cake. That's the most clear texture we have there. Everything else, you can't really quite see it. The one right next to it says cookie. And I can't read any of the sauces up here, but it's just interesting to take a look at that stuff. You normally can't see it, especially when you played it on the PlayStation 2. You couldn't see it at all. Alright, let's continue to head down here towards Brookhaven Hospital. This location is... it's probably my favorite area in the game, to be honest. Here we go. I will now equip my vest. Heather is tired. Are we ready to enter Brookhaven? Let's go. Hospitals are never a good thing in Silent Hill. And I'm sure the sounds can be... I'm sure you can tell by the sound it's not a good place. So the Brookhaven Hospital, pretty large area. Got a hospital map. Yes, we will be referencing this map quite frequently. So there are 3 floors, a roof, and a basement. All right. So, guess we shall go ahead and start exploring now. So I want to... Oh, I see health drinks on the counter. So I'm going to just check out the new weapon, but ideally I'm not going to be using that. There's a bunch of different types of medicines, but none of it looks useful. I guess I should just leave it all alone. All right. So our first new enemy here is the nurse. These are like the sexy nurses, as you can see. Why they... yeah, no. I don't know why there would be these nurses. Okay. I need to practice my dodging skills a bit better. Okay. Oh gosh. Let me just get rid of you. Okay. So that breathing that they do is just It's so annoying. Okay. What do we have here? There must have been kids here too then. I played with dolls like this when I was a little child too. It really takes me back. Can we get a better look at that? No, we can't. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and read the little diary next to it. This day has finally come. That's right. The day when you and I will meet. I was always thinking of you. Here in this gloomy cell, I never even knew your name or face until today. But now I know. I know you're the one I've been waiting for. And haven't you been waiting for me too? That's why you came to rescue me. Oh, how I love you, Heather. I want to give you my prized doll I made to commemorate our meeting, the start of this everlasting love. Ah, I can already see your smiling face. Stanley Coleman. So, who's this Stanley Coleman and why does he know her name? It's just a flower pot, nothing special. I don't know what kind of plant it is. How does this guy know her name? Furthermore, this place looks abandoned, so how could he possibly be here? Okay. So many doors that are broken. Okay. What do we have here? It's like some paperwork. Let's take a look. It's a medical record or something. It's for this Leonard guy. So you remember Vincent said for us to find Leonard, which is apparently somewhere here in Silent Hill. So that's what Douglas is looking for. Could this be the same Leonard that Vincent was talking about? Room S12. Presenting mild audiovisual hallucinations, emotional instability, obsessive ideas, suspect mild schizophrenia. Will continue observation. Basically calm and cooperative with a strong sense of justice. However, according to reports, becomes very violent when overexcited. The other one is for Stanley Coleman. Oh yes, let's go ahead and find out who the Stanley Coleman guy is. This is the guy who wrote that sick diary. Room S07. Usually passive and cowardly, also egotistical. Sometimes shows and acts on obsessive attachments to a particular woman. This has caused violent incidents. Use caution. Okay, so he's on. Let's take a look. SO7. So that is on the third floor, and I believe Leonard was the 12th one. Let me take a look. Yes, S12 and SO7. We definitely need to go up there and check out those two rooms. Nothing of interest on the desk? Okay. Anything else of interest here? Yeah, well, I guess that's all that's in this room. Alright. So that's referred to the map. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else up this way, but just check real fast. No. Alright, well we have this long hallway to go, and we also have an elevator we can get on. Okay, can go down there. Okay, that one's locked. We gotta remember that. Oh gosh, we got more of the nurses. Okay, so we're in. Okay. Oh gosh. There we go. I just left that room right away. Let me see if there's... Yeah, there is something in that room. It is an ampule. I don't know if I want to waste my time getting that, though. Oh, we have another piece of the diary, huh? Take a look at the doll first. Disgusting. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. So she was so happy with it at first, the little doll, but now she's just disgusted by it because of Stanley. So Stanley, what do you have to say to us now? Ugh. The organization has me shut up in here. They meant to break my will. They mean to break my will, to make me forget about all that. But I'll stay sane, even if they throw me in here with lunatics. How about if I stick this to the wall? That would be worth this. You could peel it off, couldn't you? With that junk those nasty wenches won't stop using. That's a hint, by the way, so remember that. If a thing has no meaning, there's no reason for it to exist at all, just as you exist for me. But why haven't you taken my doll with you? Ah, my gift must have embarrassed you. How cute you are, Heather. Stanley Coleman. So Stanley is certainly showing signs of obsession here towards Heather. There are a lot of things stuck to the wall. A cookie, a toothbrush, a spoon, a Christmas card, a clock. Whoever it was probably used glue. But why do this in the first place? So we have a key here, actually. And if you read Stanley's diary, he said, stuck it to the wall. There's a key glued in the wall with something those wenches use all the time. He's talking about the nurses. I'd love to take it with me, but it's really stuck tight. I can't even pull it off. So we will remember that because we will get something for that. We gotta remember. I do not want to go in that ampule room, though. I'm gonna avoid these. Excuse me. Let me check my health. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Well, I guess it's time to use the elevator. I guess we're heading. I guess let's try the basement first. Nope. Second floor? Yes, we can go on the second floor. Alright, now we have the hospital ambience playing. Don't think that there's too much on the second floor. Just take a look. Alright, what do we have here? We have nail polish remover. And we have perfume. Let's take a look at these. Okay, perfume. This stuff smells a little strange. So I believe what it does, and let me just check to make sure. I believe when you equip it. Okay, so it says it's a trap item. Yeah, that's what I thought. So the enemies will be able to smell you and get closer to you and know where you are sooner. So honestly, it has no benefit at all. But it does kind of give you a little hint as to what Stanley said earlier. Look at that, everything that's in here. This is interesting, because in the... Okay. Oh, would you look at this? Okay, come on. There we go. Stanley's still leaving us notes, and he is updating it in real time. You may not yet have realized your own true feelings, but you sense them unconsciously. And so you're trying to get closer to me. That's a virtue, the path to paradise. If the door's locked, open it. Use the password for the prison gates. Doctor, I've forgotten his name. Anyway, that quack has it posted. He should be here too. I mean, 4 numbers would have been good enough, but he kept on going. Isn't it a shame? I'm not there. Aren't you irritated? I long for you, but you're so cruel. Still, I want you, Heather. Stanley Coleman. So Stanley, a bit obsessed here. And he knows, somehow, he knows that Heather is not liking his memos, not picking up his doll. There's a typewritten memo posted here. What's this supposed to mean? The first is larger than the second twice the third smaller than the fourth is half the first. 4 of the numbers are repeated. 3 are not in the top row. 2 are not in the right row. 1 of the numbers is the final key. So that is actually our password to get through this door right here. So, I think what we'll do first is, we got an item. Where's that nail polish? There it is. This takes off nail polish. I found it in the woman's locker room. So that is actually, go down, let me see if this is, yeah, that's locked as well. Let's actually head down. Actually, we should first see if we can access floor 3, which we cannot. Okay. Okay, so where was this exactly? Okay, so she marked it all on the map for us, right over there. I surely need to take care of those nurses. I keep getting hit by them. There we go. Oh, and look at that. The doll has disappeared. So if you couldn't figure it out already, it is nail polish that he used on there. And we got the stairwell key. This actually allows us to use the stairs to go down to the basement and the 3rd floor. And I believe the roof as well. Okay, let me try to lure him over here and just avoid him. We will never be returning to this hall again, so good riddance. Okay, well they have respawned there. Okay, well, I guess we should head down to the basement now. It's a weird chair. What's the person that was using it? Where's the person that was using it? That is one of the creepiest things right here. We just see a bloody wheelchair with blood hitting right over here. It looks like something just got shot up tremendously. There's a blood trail continuing into the elevator. Part of me wants to peek in, but then it's a little creepy too. Well, we found a submachine gun. That will actually come in handy. It's all just junk. I don't think there's anything important here. There's a blood trail here even. Streaks of blood, as if something got dragged and continued onto the back of the shelf. No, it's more like they start from the back of the shelf. There's something back there, but we have no way of actually looking back there. She can't peek her head around. So we gotta remember that for later. Guess we'll just head up now. maybe what we should do first, let's actually go finish exploring the second floor before we head to the third floor, before we start on a new area. So let's actually try to figure out this puzzle. All right. So the first is larger than the second twice the third smaller than the fourth, and the fourth is half the first. Actually, just going to keep note of this here so I can reference it. 4 of the numbers are not repeated, so it's all unique numbers. 3 are not on the top row. 2 are not on the right row. 1 of the numbers is the final key. So let me take a look at that note I just created here. And we will figure this puzzle out. This one can be quite challenging because... Okay. There we go. All right. Let's take a look at this now. I see a lot of people asking about the YouTube stream. Yes, I'm streaming on a Twitch, so I would recommend that. I would definitely recommend Twitch above YouTube. That's why I am discontinuing YouTube here. I've been on Twitch for a while. So let's actually try to figure this puzzle out. So the first is larger than the second. So we know that the first number has to be larger than the first one. The second twice the third. So it is 4 unique numbers. And we know 3 of the numbers are not in the top row. And 2 of the numbers are not over here. That means we know that there's 1 number in the top row. And it says 1 of the numbers is the final key. So because there's 4 numbers here, and it says 2 are not in the right row, that means 2 are likely in the right row, probably a 6 and a 9. And then the top one has to, well, it could be a 3 as well if the first one is in the top and the right position. That is true. So let's take a look at this. Let's think about this for a moment. Okay, so the first is larger than the second. Let's say the first one was a 6, okay? The second is twice the third. Let's say the third is 4, and then maybe the second is an 8. 6, 8, 4, and then the fourth is the final key. Kind of, it's a lot of guessing work as well. So let's say if it was the fourth is, oh, the fourth is, oh wait, 6, 8, 4, 3. Okay, so that actually, I may have actually figured it out. Let's analyze this. So I said the first is larger than the second. So 6 would be higher than 4. Well, the second is twice the third. No, that can't be it. Okay, that can't be it. Never mind. So the second has to be twice whatever the third one is. So it can't be too high. Okay, so let's say the first one was 4 then, okay? Which means if the second is twice the third, if the third one is a 3, then that would make the second one a 6, and then that would make it so it's higher. Okay, so 4, 6, 3, and the fourth is half the first, which would be 2. Okay, so maybe this is it. Okay, so I have 4, 6, 3, 2. The first is larger than the second, so 4, and then the second is twice the third. If the third is 3, that's double. That's still more than the first. The third, smaller than the fourth, which... Oh, wait a minute. No, that can't be right either. No. The third has to be smaller than the fourth number. Okay. Yeah, okay, so this one is getting a bit tricky. But we can infer based on the second is twice the third. It has to be an even number. So it either has to be 8, 6, 4, or 2 for the second number, and then that also makes it for the third one as well. So the second and third number have to be an even number. Those 3 are not in the top row, so we know that we can only have 1 in the top row. Okay. So what if... Okay. So we also know that the second... Oh, wait a minute, let's see. 8. I wonder if it's 8. Okay. So the first is larger than the second. The fourth is half the first. So maybe 8, 4. I have to say, this is one of the trickier puzzles in the game. 8, 4. Okay. 3, 6. Okay, it could be that. 8, 4, 3, 6. Okay, so let's try to figure out with 8, 4, 3, 6. That... Wait. 3 are not... 2 are not... Okay. It may be 8, 4, 3, 6. We had to figure out the order, though. The first is larger than the second. Okay, so let's just say it's 8. The second is twice the third. Let's say the second is 6. 8, 6. The third's smaller than the fourth. No. 8, 4. Oh goodness, this is a tricky puzzle. This is a tricky puzzle. I feel as though we're onto something with 8, 6, 3, and 4, though. I know. I've done this, but I'm pretty sure it's just a standard number. Okay. So let's try this again. Let me try this again. The first is larger than the second. So if the first one's 8, the second one, let's say, is 6. Okay, so that one is larger. The second is twice the third. So the third one, let's just say it's 3. That would have to be 3, or be half. And the fourth is half of the first. And the fourth one... Oh, wait. And the fourth one would be 8. Well, I'm sorry. The first one is 8, and it would be half of it, 4. So that would be 8, 6, 3, 4. Is that correct? Darn it. Hang on. I accidentally clicked it twice. I think it's 8, 6, 3, 4. There's the first one, larger than the second. That one, and then half of that one. And then 4 is half of 8. Yes, that worked. Okay. Okay, so we have some more nurses here. There's a man's corpse laid out on the stretcher. The hand that's sticking out of the sheet has something written on it. Okay, Heather, come on. You need to read that note. Wait a minute. Let me take a look at his arm. There we go. Okay, so what is this? The start time is my key. The start time is my key. There's also something else we have to remember here. The start time is my key. There's medical records here. Could this be for this dead guy? Background unknown. Name, age unknown. Not admitted patient. Found in poor mental state on hospital grounds and temporarily installed in room M4 at Chief's discretion. Died late tonight from blood loss due to severe carotid artery. Was gasping, own kitchen knife in right hand. Assume this was cause of neck wound. Possible suicide, but wound angle suspicious. Sent to second floor treatment room for further investigation. Have received no proof or corroboration of event from patient residing in same room. Have not notified police, however, for future necessity, leave victim's bed and effects intact, room M4. M4, huh? So what did that say again? It says the time is my key, right? Something along those lines. Start time is my key. All right. Darn you nurses. Oh, this one has a gun. Okay. You know, I think I might take these nurses out now. Okay. All right, what do we have here? Stanley? Stanley, what do you have for us now? There was a tattooed guy on the rumpled bed. Not anymore, though. That alarm clock and filthy bag are his. Ah, but don't misunderstand. I haven't done a thing. I didn't hate him, though he was a liar. Shall I write something of my own? On my chest, since I can't cut it open to show you my heart? I love Heather. No, something a bit more forceful. I love Heather. It's enough for what I feel. Stanley Coleman. Wow, Stanley. So he's telling us here. Oh, what tender emotion this image brings. I thought I skipped something there. So, we have a clock here. So it looks like it is a little past 7. 7:06. Attaché case is locked. So would it be 7:06? There we go. That's simple. Instant camera. There's nothing else interesting in the attaché case. We do have some tissues over there, though, I see. Maybe clean up some of this blood. Gosh, that's right, we don't have the nurses out here anymore. They have passed away, shall we say. Let's continue down this hall, see if there's anything else of importance here. Yes, there is. Okay, I'm not messing with that room either. I don't care what's in there, I'm just done with that room. Not messing with this room with all the nurses in it. There could be another ampule in there, but I'm not going to mess with it. Okay, so let's take a look at this new item that we just got as well. Unlike a normal camera, you can see the developed photos right away. So I wonder what we use this for. Well, there is a very specific reason for that. There really is. Okay. Okay, so let's just go up here. I guess before we go to the 3rd floor, I guess we should go up to the top floor. Oh, Stanley's diary. Stanley, what else do you have to say to us? I also like the rooftop. It makes me want to fly. You too? Stanley Coleman. Well, okay, let's head onto the roof. We have some closers up here. We never got a really good look at the closers. Okay, here's like a good view we can get. So they have these really gigantic hands, and they have the nurse's body, like the lower half of their body, and they have the legs and like the skirt. And they also have these lips on top of their head that kind of moves around a bit strange. Their head moves around very strange. Okay, so it's just they're kind of an odd enemy, but we're not going to mess with them. I'm not messing with them at all. There's a horrific sound. I'm pretty sure in Silent Hill 2, this is where you see Pyramid Head and he knocks you off. Spoiler. Spoiler alert. Never actually looked at Dad's notebook either. I'd say Dad wrote about my past in here. As always, this should be novelized. Well, we would do that at the end of this session, which will be shortly here, actually. Let's head on to the 3rd floor. We're finally on the 3rd floor now. Okay, let's explore around. Oh, we have a save point here. That'll come in handy. Got health drinks and stun gun batteries, even though I'm not using them. Good variety, but nothing I would need. Heather, my most sacred lover, I'm always watching you. No matter where you are or what you may be doing, I have never lost sight of you. I know you feel intensely lonely, yet with a single key to this door, those feelings wouldn't stand in the way any longer. We haven't been able to see each other for so long. Be patient. It's just a little longer. I'll be patient too, even though I long to hold you in these hands of mine. The key is behind the shelves in the underground garage. Why there? Ask that idiot doctor. There's not a single person here who's right in the head, not just in the hospital, I mean in all of Silent Hill. Except me, Stanley Coleman. Again, Stanley, you're not quite right in the head. It's been a while since we saved. Wonder if we can use the elevator. We actually can use the elevator now to move around. Alright, let's see what else we have to explore. Let's, I guess, go over here. Okay, well, there's nothing over here for us. Everything's blocked off. Okay, and then we're going to head down the wing where Stanley is. Oh, it's unlocked. Oh, we got a nurse in here. Sorry, nurse. Anything of importance in here? No, nothing. We do have another diary from Stanley. flowing freely your ebony hair, like the night sky scattering fragrance. My heart clamoring in my chest like a storm you trifle with. Your pristine glance, like a feast, when you smile. My thoughts disturbed, my breath, like opium, it drives me mad. Eric, a great poet who conveys my feelings so well. I shouldn't have let this place get to me. Shoulda never have gone crazy, but it's superbly enjoyable to drown in my love for you. But why won't you accept proof of my love? Don't stand on ceremony now. After all, you and I exist as one. What I give to you is the same as what I give to me. Stanley Coleman. All right, Stanley, you're getting even stranger now. Even stranger, my goodness. Okay. All right, let me just check something real fast. Okay. So, all right. All right, well, see if we can go down the hallway here. It's locked. And there's another code here. Well, for this code, Stanley also gave us a hint. And we do have a camera, and there was an area we have not been able to really do anything with. So let's head back down and check it out. Okay, right over here. We have this blood trail here. I mean, you don't know what's behind it, but with our camera, we can see what's behind here. "3481." Okay, so that is our password. Head back up. Let's also take a look. Yeah, okay. Something very, very soon you will see. Always so fascinating. Okay. I forgot the password already. Let me take a look at our memos. Gosh, all the Stanley's diaries are in here too. Heather, why did you keep these? Why did you keep Stanley's diary? The fairy tales in here. Photo on chair. What the heck is photo? Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah, everything is in here. Interesting. Even that's in here. Okay, let's take a look. 3481. Got it. Alright, time to explore the final wing of this area. And then we've pretty much explored everything that we possibly can. It's just a magazine, just some kind of gossip magazine. Teaching Despair, Hope House. Hope House, an orphanage on the outskirts of Silent Hill. But behind its false image is a place where children are kidnapped and brainwashed. Hope House is managed by the Silent Hill Smile Support Society, a charity organization sometimes called 4S. It's true that 4S is a well-respected charity that takes in poor children without homes and raises them with hope. But at its heart, It is a heathen organization that teaches its own warped dogma in lieu of good religious values. Mr. Smith, temp, who lives near Hope House, had this to say. Sometimes at night I can hear their weird prayers and the sounds of children crying. I went there to complain one time, but they ran me right out. Since then, it hasn't changed a bit. In fact, this reporter was refused admission where he attempted to take photographs in the facility. What exactly do the folks at Hope House have to hide? During my investigations, I was able to discover, however, a suspicious-looking round concrete tower which appears to be part of their facilities. Unfortunately, no one was willing to tell us what the tower was used for, but it seems unlikely that it has anything to do with the business of raising orphans. It may in fact be a prison or a secret place of worship. The cult religion that operates Hope House is known by the locals simply as the Order. It's a religion that is deeply interwoven with Silent Hill's history, but its worshippers' fervent belief that are among the elite chosen people has a dark and dangerous side. I intend to continue my investigation of Hope House and the cult behind it. I've always believed that telling the whole truth and showing the children the true path is our most important duty. Joseph Scrinber. Hope House. I feel like I've heard that name before. Tissue and alarm clock, huh? The clock's broken, but otherwise no big deal. So maybe Heather knows something about that for sure. So I believe Stanley was in 7 and Leonard was in 12. Oh, we got some beef jerky that I never use. Thank you. Okay, Stanley. Coming for you. Oh. Stanley. The doll is all torn apart. It's really pretty sad to look at. I wonder who did it anyway. It was Stanley, of course. He got upset. Goodbye, Heather. I'm sorry I wasn't able to respond to your love. It's all over. Leonard despises me because I made fun of it, saying it would come to this. If it weren't for his meddling, I would have been able to meet you in just a little while. Then I could have taken you to my world. A world for us alone, more beautiful than this one. And I had been waiting for this day, for today, the day I'd see you, the day you'd save me, today. Heather, watch out for him. Leonard is no ordinary guy. Farewell. I loved you. Heather, my goddess. Heather, my lover. Heather, my... Wow. Sorry, Stanley. You're... Oh gosh, a nurse? It was unwanted, Stanley. I gotta move here. These nurses are behind me. Okay, that is Leonard's room. I'll save that room for last. There are 2 nurses here. I'm gonna just make a quick run into Leonard's room. Leonard? Are you here? No, but there is a telephone. And it's ringing.
Hello?
Claudia.
No, I'm not.
Don't lie to me, Claudia. You're always trying to run from your responsibilities. Have you come to apologize? Or maybe you still don't realize how foolish you've been. The salvation of all mankind. Ah, what a ridiculous dream.
Wait, just listen to me for a second.
I've heard enough from you already. How did you turn out this way? Where did I go wrong?
Listen to me already. I'm not Claudia.
You're not Claudia.
My name is Heather.
Heather.
Who are you?
Leonard Wolf. I'm sorry. I thought you were my daughter.
Claudia is your daughter?
Oh, so you know her, do you? Are you one of her followers?
No, never. When I find her,
I can feel the hatred.
What?
Behind your words. The anger. You plan to kill her, don't you?
I'm sorry, but she killed my father.
She's a fool. But she's still my daughter. I was going to forgive her if she changed her ways. But I see it's too late. Heather, will you help me?
Help you?
I'm locked up in here, and I must stop Claudia.
Where are you now?
I'm not sure myself, but the door is at the end of the hall on the second floor. I think I can be of help to you. I have a seal. Please.
A seal? The end of the hall on the second floor.
Alright, so we just discovered that Leonard is the father of Claudia. So to find Leonard, I've got to look for the entrance at the end of the second floor hall. Well, if we look at the map here, let's take a look at our map real fast. We explored all of the second floor. And the last door would have been M6. Let's go see what's down there, but... oh gosh. With these tight corridors here, it is so hard to dodge them. Okay. What I'm going to do, actually, what we're going to do first, before we explore the second hall, because I am going to call it here, we're going to... yep, this is the place. We're going to read the notebook, we're going to save, and then we'll see what's at the end of the second floor as a teaser for next time. Okay, so Dad's notebook. Dad wrote about my past in here. As always, this should be novelized. Go ahead and check it out. I hope this will never come to any use. Maybe it's better if you never know. More than anything else, I fear the possibility of your going away far from me. But sometimes we have to tell the truth. That's why I'm writing this, before I'm lost in death and oblivious. In oblivion. What happened back then? That was something to do with who you are. It all started 24 years ago. Coming back from a vacation, my wife and I found a baby on the side of the highway. Since we were childless, we thanked God for letting us meet this child, this girl. We took her home. 3 years later, my wife died. And another 4 years later, 17 years ago, I came to Silent Hill. I heard the girl's pleas and took her with me, not knowing why she wanted us to go there. And it was there that the girl went away. Not that she actually went anywhere, nor did she die, returning to her original self. That's what Dahlia Gillespie said. Original self. That was the young woman burned by her mother as a sacrifice to God. Alessa Gillespie. Half her soul escaped in those flames and went on to live in a baby, in that girl of mine, of ours. 7 years passed before that half a girl returned to Silent Hill and made Alessa whole again. Newly strengthened, she vowed to kill God. God, a fetus nestled into this sacrificial girl's womb, was summoned with the usual rites. This was Alessa's wish, no matter what the outcome, even if her own existence were at stake. But that wish was not granted. My interruption meant she prayed instead for the girl's return. I alone couldn't bring her back. Dahlia did it. I only helped at the birthing ceremony to bring God out of Alessa. The newly born God wailed once and was dead, all from that girl's, and probably Alessa's, conscious resistance. That's not the end. After God had vanished in a glow of light, Alessa reappeared and gave me a baby. She looked a lot like that girl so long ago. And then Alessa was gone, dead. There was nothing I could have done to help. I simply clutched the baby to my chest and ran off. The whole thing felt like a dream, but I had proof that it wasn't. The girl was nowhere to be found, and in my arms, the baby. Now 17 years has passed. It feels like only yesterday, and again, it feels like a million years ago. I confess I had reservations at first about raising that baby. Could I love her? Her existence was thoroughly unexplainable. I thought she could be that young woman who snatched away my beloved daughter. That led to sadness, anger. There were times when I put my hands around her tiny little throat. Several times I even considered abandoning her. That's what a terrible person I am. But I decided to raise her after all. I just couldn't seem to let her go. When you looked at me, you laughed, so... Even now, I can't forget about that girl, but I love you. I have no doubts about that. That's all I ask you to believe. And my precious daughter, Harry Mason. So, that cleared up the rest of the Heather's backstory there of how she is essentially the rebirthing of Alessa, which was born from a god many, many years ago. I think it said 24. So Harry didn't want her initially. He wasn't quite sure if he could raise her properly. But here she is now. He gave it a chance, and wow, what a interesting story there of how she came to be. So, knowing that knowledge there, that would explain a lot why Claudia wants Heather's power. Because Claudia wants to make use of that power that Alessa has, that was essentially rebirthed in Heather here, and to summon that god again that failed a long time ago. Summoning that god never really happened, so Claudia wants that to happen. She's essentially just like Dahlia Gillespie from the 24 years ago. Well, it would be 17 years ago when the incident happened, but yes. That's very, very interesting. We're going to save it now. And that's what we're going to call it for tonight. So real quick, if you remember, Leonard said at the end of the second floor, the second hallway, He was going to be waiting for us there. But we got nurses, first of all. But where could he possibly be? Because we explored all the doors here. Well, if you take a look, a brand new door has appeared. M, and it's just blank. And it's not on the map. There's nothing there. But we will go through that next time. That is where Leonard is waiting for us. So, next time, we will see what is behind this door. So you all take care, and I'll catch you again very soon.